So just had the question above about, trust me, I'm a doctor, saying that we should switch to a plant-based diet, and that they said about wary of eating a lot of protein. So I wanted to cover that now. I will go over it in a live Q&A tomorrow, actually. But I wanted to touch on it now because basically in a nutshell, you've got to consider who they're talking to. One, most people probably eat about 1 to 2 fruit and veg a day. So, hi Ella. So there's a hell of a lot of kind of a push towards a plant-based diet, and everyone should be eating a plant-based diet. That doesn't mean vegan. Remember, that means like a Mediterranean style diet. So a plant-based diet is a Mediterranean diet. So a Mediterranean diet is essentially lots of vegetables, fruits, maybe beans, legumes, some lean meats, fish, some dairy. That's a Mediterranean diet. And all the research on plant-based diets, remember, a plant-based diet in the literature is actually a omnivore, like an omnivore diet. So it's fruits, vegetables, some lean meats, fish, etc. Hi Helen. So I'm just going over that question now that you asked. So in a nutshell, a plant-based diet is vegetables, fruits, beans, legumes, lean meats, fish. It's a Mediterranean diet, which we know has loads of benefits. That's going to be good for your gut health. We know that. However, when I say gut health, you've got to know that the research is so young that we know that certain strains of bacteria might be linked with better immune systems in some people. However, because we're all so different, you might need the bacterial strain in Yakult, and I might need the one in Actimel. Bob needs the one in fermented yogurt. So one might work for you, but it might not work for someone else. Plus, we don't even know what the exact gut bacteria we need to get a certain effect. It's still so young that we're making assumptions, correlation at the moment that, for example, someone could eat a lot of fruit and vegetables and then go, yeah, look, the gut bacteria changed, but no one really knows what the mechanism is. So to say then, okay, if you take that bacteria, you'll get healthy, because that's not necessarily what the case is. Because you might take that bacteria, but it might not survive in your gut without the nutritious diet of like the Mediterranean diet. And I'd love to see any studies that show negative effects of protein on gut health, especially given what I've said. If you high lots of processed foods, like with regards to protein, the only studies that I'm aware of that might show a negative effect are ones where they perceive protein as like junk food, as in like if you have a burger and chips, and whether you're vegan or not, or plant-based or whatever, if you're eating lots of burgers and chips, that's probably not going to be a good thing. That's what happens a lot with protein-based research. They won't look at lean proteins like fish and in environments where people are eating lots of vegetables with them, which is obviously a lot different to someone eating burger, chips, fries, which, you know, a lot of that's plant-based. You know, McDonald's fries is plant-based, Coca-Cola's plant-based, you know, like, so you've just got to consider the whole mechanism in there. And I think when you look at a documentary like that, what they're trying to get a message across, and actually if the message comes across that eating more fruits and vegetables is good for your gut health, which it is, then they should push that, because it might just make someone eat an extra vegetable a day, which is going to have benefits. But going back to that, you've got to put something in the tank. So if someone then gives up protein or is wary of protein, they're going to be hungry. What are they going to eat instead? Well, then they might snack. You go down the snack aisle and you'll struggle to find stuff which is nutritious, which has, you know, lots of, is filling. You know, most snacky foods are designed to be really moreish. So it's about balance again. Hope that covers that question. And yeah, any questions on that? I hope that makes sense. If you think that makes sense, or you have any more questions on that, let me know. Drop a comment below and I can go over that in a bit more detail. Hope that helps. Speak soon.